Yo,
Be
what
back.
up?
What's going on, man?
Oh, just enjoying the Pro Bowl flag football game earlier. That's always fun to watch.
What do you think about that change?
I like it. I mean, I think it's
Yeah.
a lot more fan centered for sure. It's a lot more
Mhm.
fun. So I don't think a lot of people really got into the actual old Pro Bowl, except for
I
watching
would
Sean
prefer.
Taylor highlights.
I was there in that stadium when he did that, bro.
Yeah,
I was. I'll tell that story to the dad. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen. Like it's like seeing a car accident, like head on, and you're just like as a bystander, you can see him taking the angle. You can see all that stuff. I was like, oh, he's about to kill
Oh,
Brian Mormon.
yep,
Brian Mormon's about to be a dead man, and that's me and my boys were sitting next to each other like, this isn't good. This is not. Oh, and he just gets lit up. That's when they're
yeah,
like, yeah, let's not tackle anymore. He changed the way the game is played.
for sure,
Oh,
without a doubt.
crazy, bro. Oh, Sean Taylor, may you rest in peace, man. Yeah, man. We're talking trenches today, man. CB's gonna be jumping on our guy Joe's out, man. He put in his vacation. You know what I'm saying, his sick day. He's a little under the weather, man. He'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully. I'm saying rest up, heal up soon, man. You know, at that age, you got to take a couple extra days, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
he's doing better. He's on the mend. He's on the mend. He's not here to respond, so this is what we do. All right,
no,
guys, you heard podcast, man. About to get into this intro and come right back.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Bam.
Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
talk
please.
about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No. Let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't
I
appreciate
mean, what did you say? What are we talking about, man?
Get into it. I feel
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. You see good old Polk over there all blurry and son, what are you doing? Sit up close to the camera. You're not you're not a hidden what's it in what's that shit called? Protective what is that
Witness
shit?
protection.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes I just forget words and it really bothers me. Witness
Am I
protection.
close enough? Is this good?
That's way too close, honestly, it's way too close. It's scary. People have left the chat in this moment. CB's coming, hoodie. CB's coming soon, and you know he's gonna come up with some wild stuff. He's doing a recording right now with a recruit. Can't say who it is. You know how that goes. So we'll do that. Yeah, words are very hard. Curve, 100%, man, 100%. But yeah, man, we're talking trenches today. We had a commit on Friday out of nowhere. A young man by the name of Lamar Williams, 6'7", 280. Haters already talk about he's only 280. Fam, he is going into his senior year. He's going to be bigger once he gets out. Stop being dumb and acting like you don't know how weight works. Idiots. I can't stand stupid people, but that's and also the fact that they copied our graphic is real loser, bro. But that's what the little brothers do, right? How'd you feel about it, Pokey?
No, like you said, it was out of nowhere. Everybody saw the Dennis tweet go out, and we're all like, "Okay, who is this? What's happening? Who we got?" Come to find out, we got a offensive lineman, big dude, man, big dude.
6, bro. I'm trying to figure like
only gonna get bigger.
Yeah, only gonna get bigger. I started seeing that. I'm like, the class we got coming in are all like 6'5" and above. Who does that project out? I started thinking like, is that projecting out to be a taller quarterback in the future? How does Luke Nickel react to that? Is it going to be like passing lanes through the linemen? Because Luke Nickel's what, 6'1", 6'2", maybe?
Yeah.
And when you're going to have the offensive tackle from JUCO, you have a Francis, all these guys, Pancake in the future, Antonio Tripp, you have 6'5" and above. That gets challenging, man.
Yeah. Well, no, that just comes with training and making passing lanes. Like they're going to be coached up.
Yeah.
They're not just going to be a wall standing still and, right in front of the
They're gonna be
quarterback.
moving.
So
they're going to be it's going to be a clean pocket, though. That can be guaranteed.
yeah.
We're going to give you 7
clean
seconds.
for sure. Yeah.
Just don't throw it to the other team. Son, your background blur is killing me. Just wanna throw that out there. There's nothing that is blurring you out. It's almost as bad as Joe's when he's wearing a white shirt. It's wild.
Let's see.
Wild.
I mean, if you
wild
want to,
times,
if you want to see all my wife's decorations on the back.
hey man, live your best life. I'm just saying, for some reason you get oddly blurred out at weird times. But yeah, 6'7", 280, out of Tallahassee area. Another one that we go into Little Brother's neighborhood and pick up a guy. If they went all the way up there to the Panhandle to pick him up, and Mirabal goes, "Hey man, make the jump." I don't even think he's done an on-campus visit. He might have come down this weekend. They only visited him in school, so the pitch must have been great. He must have been wanting to leap this way anyway. But again, like we always tell you guys, it's January. Actually, no, it's February 4th now. It's a long way to go to December, man. Don't get too high or too low on anything. He's a 4-star right now. By the time it's all said and done, he might get that 5th star in next February when they revisit it. Because as you can tell, they don't do our rankings very well. What you think?
No, actually, I think he did come down and visit, and then one weekend, and then the very next weekend they went up and saw him at school. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case there. But no,
I thought we went in school and then he came down here.
Could be that way too.
My brain is trash. No, sorry, it is, bro. After 19, after that COVID boy, my memory is caca, as the kids would say.
No, I mean there's definitely a trend with how they're going after recruiting offensive linemen. You saw that last year with the size they brought in.
Mm-hmm.
With CC and Pancake and Wamaniah, those guys coming in, they're sheer size, but to go along with that size, they're athletic and they can move. I mean, we finally got a chance to watch a little bit of Lamar's junior season highlights, and for his size, he shouldn't be able to move some of the ways he moves. Getting off the line, pulling, getting to that second level, getting linebackers, even taking out DBs along the way. It's just, so you can definitely tell where the coaches are going with what they're looking for in offensive linemen, not just big, tall statured guys, but guys that can move, that are athletic at the same time.
Yeah, man. He what's interesting about him, one of the things that watching film and watching other people watch film, Joey always tells me is about, like, it's about where your hips are. He always kept his hips low. That's one of the things I looked at. Like, he would push off. He wouldn't be. You can see some linemen that'll like reach out with their hands first. He's pushing from his lower half. That's just looking at it. I don't know if that makes him a better lineman or not. That's not for me to tell. I leave that shit to the professionals. That's the first thing that jumped off my eyes, was the fact that his hips stayed low, and he stayed lower than the lineman, than the edge guys trying to come at him. Mostly played right tackle on this film. Probably going to be bouncing all over the place when he gets here at the end of hopefully an early enrollee. I hope all guys are early enrollees next year. Matthew, Joe is under the weather. He took a sick day. He put it in with plenty of time. I'm saying he's recovering at home. He's doing well. But he took the day, man. CB will be here shortly. He is recording some content for his channel with a top secret recruit, as they all are, until he tells us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it goes with that. But yeah, man, that was one of the things that leaped out. He stayed low. A lot of the guys he went up against weren't very big. I didn't, keeping it a buck. I didn't see any big guys going to. A lot of like smaller guys. I don't know what the competition is up there in Tallahassee. Not diminishing his work, because his movement was constant. I think that's one of the things you have to look at, right? Like, if he has the same footwork and that's just habit and routine and practice. So that's good on him, because there was never a time where like he stayed low and then he got high. He stayed low and then he got high. Every time that ass was dropped down and he was staying low with it, and then check him, because he is 6'7", so he does have a long ass reach.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all you got? Yeah, for sure. You're not. Thank you for that breakdown. Yeah. So look, man, there's a lot. It's weird, right? Because you start with Elijah Melendez. Well, Luke Nickel first. Elijah Melendez, Luke Nickel, and OL Lamar Williams slowly starts to form. From my understanding, the way I keep doing the math on this team, is going to be a small class, right? Unless you start letting go of guys that you recruited, and I don't know how that works. So you already got 3. I'm thinking maybe 15 to 17 more spots. And with the people out there, the Jamie Frenches of the world, the Hilton, Drake, Stubbs, DJ Pickett, all these guys out there, it starts to get like I started looking like, man, like what are we gonna do here? Like, are we gonna drop guys, or are we going to stick to a small class and not many portal guys? Because right now we're 8 over before the summer guys come in. That's bananas.
No, there's gonna have to be some guys they let go, whether and probably there's probably gonna be some that are gonna be surprises to everybody. Like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. But at the same time, if they're not producing like staff and coaches thought they would, you have to be willing to pull that trigger, as bad as it might suck. But but yeah, Roe, we're kind of like on the same page there with about 17 coming in for this class. I mean, you just like you said, look at the numbers, look where we're at. For the 25 season, I think the coaching staff is really going to be very selective with who they want to bring in to be able to fit with what they already have in place. And, going back to the 23 class, look at what came in, and then you add in what came in with this 24 class. Where are the deficiencies going to be going into 25? I think that's one of the main things you're going to have to look at.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he's going to look. One thing you can count on: 2 running backs. Right, like that's just how he's done.
Right.
It. One fast, one big. That's how Barnes done his tendencies. A couple linemen. So let's ballpark it out. Right, not guys. We're not saying guys. We'll get into like our topic, the rest of the topics later. So let's go 2 running backs. Always want to get at least 3 linemen, because you never know who makes it, who doesn't. You don't know how certain guys shape out. You already see there was guys that came in last year that had to bounce and move on. So let's say 3 to 4 linemen, roughly. 3 to 4 linemen on the other side, right? You always want trenches. You always want that shit. Then that's what already there. Let's say that's 10, right? If you ballpark it out, so let's say max 10, out 4, roughly 10, and then you have 2 to 3 wide receivers, 13, 2 to 3 defensive backs, 16. You know what I'm saying? 2 to 3 linebackers that are going to be elite because you see what they're going after. That's all. That just off those small numbers, and not counting, what I'm saying, not counting safety specific players, just defensive backs and linebackers. That's already at 19. And that's just me, what I'm saying? That's just me thinking numbers and depth, not thinking who they're going after. That shit can go real quick, bro. Ro says 4 to 5 DBs. Yeah, if you're going Hilton, Drake, Stubbs as 3 separate people.
3 separate people,
then you're good. Look, I like Ben Hanks. I like Ewald. He come in from Michigan. Not saying these are my guys. We haven't gone through that list yet. DJ Pickett is just numero uno. Like any podcast you hear says something different. They don't know what the fuck they're talking. Like DJ Pickett is that guy, and we'll have those arguments later. But what are you thinking?
No, as far as DBs go.
As far as DBs and just the class, like how do you think they're going to shape it out? Like just projecting that out, because look, there's not much going on. The commits are popping, so we just having fantasy football recruiting in a way.
No, I mean we got our QB commit already, so there's one. Yeah, and I think you got to at least have another one ready. Yeah, like you got to have the one quarterback, which we got, and I would say 2 QBs, because you never know what's going to happen with QB commits. So you go 2 quarterbacks. You look at the O-line, 3 to 4 coming in, because you're stacking on top of what you already have in place. Yeah, as well.
And the guys who might not make it might bounce. So you need cover.
Right. So let's just say 4. So now we're up to 6. You go to the defensive line. I mean, we brought in the number 1 class defensive lineman this year, plus with whatever transfers we got in. So looking forward to next year, you might add maybe 2 more for next season to go with what's already in place. So now we're up to 8 already. But then you got to look at edge. You got to look at linebackers. We're looking at 3, possibly 4 linebackers right now. Yep. So let's just be conservative and say 3. So now we're at 11. So edge rushers, you add another 2 or 3 there. You're up to what? 14. Yeah. 14, and then you look at the defensive backs. And I think if you look at the way the recruiting's gone the last 2 years, they loaded up on the offensive line in the trenches. Yep. This year we got loaded up on the defensive line in the trenches. So I think you got to look at where we're going to be the weakest, I think, going into the 24 season. And I mean, it's already looking slim right there right now, is that, the defensive backs. So I think you look at least four to five DBs. I mean, I'm on that, looking at that player position, looking at what the trend is to where we're deficient, and I think DB is going to be one of the biggest one they address in this coming cycle. So you say, let's just go on the upper end and say 5. Now we're at 19 already. We haven't even touched running backs. We haven't even touched receivers. So it's gonna be slim pickings. They're gonna be really specific on who they want to get. So it's I don't know. I don't envy that position or having that job at all.
No. But I don't envy the position of telling guys like, hey man, thank you for committing, but we're going in a different direction. You know what I mean? Like it's tough because what is it? We're at 8, and then we still have 7 guys coming in, so 15. So right off top, we're telling 15 guys just to get to your 85 limit going into the swamp. You have to let go of 15 guys. Now, mind you, look, myself and Joe did a breakdown of the roster. Shout out to our guy Fantasy Football Now and on Twitter. He gave us the roster, broke it down that way, and I could count. Just without losing anybody of note, like that would hurt, I counted 15 guys. Now, given a lot of that was on the O-line, and we'll get into, what I'm saying, we don't say names, we keep it, I'm saying, private in that way because there's no reason to say names of these young men. But yeah, Jay Singh says, with less than 20 guys coming in this year, it's hard to see 2 QBs in now. It's safe to wait until the post-spring ball. Yeah, but you could have a transfer. You know what I'm saying? You could have a transfer coming in. Because if somebody transfers out, you still need the numbers. You still need to make up for the difference. You can see if Reese pops out, leaves after, you know what I mean, doesn't beat out Jakari and is a third stringer, you can see Reese leaving for an opportunity because I'm sure he wants to play ball.
Or if vice versa, if Reese beats out Jakari, you can see Jakari leaving, So,
No. Yeah, it's a lot of, look, we're doing this really early, just kind of ballparking. We're just saying, like, in our mind, like, who we're thinking as far as positions. Yes, the last 2 years, he's built it from the inside out. First on the O-line, now on the D-line. Now you start bringing it out. And even then, when he built it out on the O-line, he still got monsters and linebacker. Just DBs, he's been missing that, like, one super guy that, you know what I'm saying, that he hasn't closed out with first year.
Not taking anything away from DP. Not taking anything away from Daryl. So.
Or Damari Brown. No,
Damari for that fact, too, yeah.
As far as the critics and like the people who look at the stars and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been missing that number one guy. Because Damari Brown, I thought, was supremely underrated. We saw his physicality show up towards the end of the year. So yeah, that's a good point, Jason. So 40B class of 2025, yeah. It's kind of leaning that way, man. With the guys that are out there, you gotta stack all these guys up. Like I don't like to say he's a lock. This guy's a lock. We don't do that here. We leave that for shows that pride themselves on that kind of information. We just kind of give you the fan reaction. But yeah, bro, the transfer portal is the X factor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the man you've all been waiting for. I give him an introduction as he's not a part of the show every Sunday. Our guy CB.
CB, what up, baby?
Why was there shade in my introduction?
Did you see wait, did you see what your guy said right here? Did you see what your
bro? God damn, Joe. You're not even here and I catch the stray?
All 88.
That was during the countdown. That's during the countdown, bro.
This what Joe thought. Joe thought I was gonna come on like this. I kind of did though. I literally did. I literally came on like this. I guess your people do be knowing you, right?
Yeah. For real, it's what we do, man. Yeah, man. Hit that like button, subscribe. Shout out to Miss CB in the building.
Listen to the missus.
Just talking.
Hit that like button.
So just to catch up, we talked about Lamar Williams. You know what I'm saying? Now he's your guy, Joe. Now he's your guy?
Yeah.
Now he's your guy? Now Joe says that's my guy. All right, yeah. We talked about Lamar Williams. You know what I'm saying? Kind of break him down for us, man. We gave our thoughts. Let us know what I know you did the live reaction, you know what I'm saying, on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Jumped in on that. So let me know your thoughts on what you thought about him, man.
Big. He's huge, dude. 6'7", massive, powerful. There are he's a little green when it comes to technique. Now, he's got really quick feet. He's good in pass pro, but you want to see him get a bit more depth. I think once he learns like that kick step from mirror ball he's gonna be just absolutely nasty because
that drop, that right foot,
yeah. I think there was just a couple times where I was like, man, if he'd have got more depth on that, he wouldn't have had to. But the thing is, he's so powerful. That is hilarious. But y'all be calling me evil Azubi. Like, how does this work?
How does that happen?
You are evil
I don't
Azubi,
know.
though, in a way. Like when y'all meet, I want y'all need to do the Spider-Man meme.
No, y'all, I'm 5'11". Azubi's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, easily.
Azubi look like my big brother. Like
Azubi tall, bro.
It's not gonna be a Spider-Man meme. It's gonna be like this. Azubi tall, bro. I'm 5'11". I know on YouTube y'all be thinking everybody taller. We talked about this when I was on Miami Flow Max last week because Ben's tall, Joe's tall. So y'all be thinking when you see them, all right, he really gonna be 6'4" in person. I need y'all to understand this how big I am. Don't come up to me with that. I thought you was this me. I'm 5'11". But
6 foot. But Joe, Lamar Williams.
On Lamar, he makes up for a lot of that with just raw power, bro. You would see some of the smaller defensive ends try to bend under him and get around him. And like I said, without having that technique of that deep drop back, that kick step, it was basically just quick feet. And once I get my hands on you, you're on the ground. And the run game, pancake obviously, just because of that. Yeah, pancake after pancake. But what you like is a tenacity. Once he gets his hands, feet start driving, and it's not over until he says it's over. He lays on guys. Like, I love having offensive linemen that are just nasty. And he has that nasty intangible. And then when it comes to technique, I don't worry about that with offensive linemen. I'm like, give me a big, powerful dude who's athletic. Mirabal take care of the rest. I don't want to hear about technique. Mirabal gonna get that right. So I like just another, like Plaus, right? Just moldable clay. I think he's gonna continue to rise up in the rankings. I think by it's all said and done, he'll be because I think he's only a 4-star on a couple of the
he's not a consensus 4-star.
Yeah, he's not a consensus yet. But I liked what I saw on tape, and I think if he continues to do what he did, the technique will come. I think we got ourselves another monster, another guy to mold for Mirabal. I mean, how could you not want 6'7", and then 6'7", like what, 210 right now?
Oh, 280.
So he's
not 210. 210.
Yeah, 210 would be crazy.
Everybody was talking crazy on that one.
It'd be nuts. It'd be nuts. But even 6'7", 280, there's still room on that frame.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be an absolute monster once he gets in this program. I really do.
And also, we don't know how accurate that weight is, right? We know generally they get told the weight, and that's not updated. You know he's eating. You know he's getting bigger. He might be 290 by now. One of the things that stood out to me, CB, and you let me know if it's, I'm always honest about my shit. Like, one of the things that stood out to me is how low he kept his hips, right? We always talk about leverage and we talk about stuff like that, but the guys he's going against aren't very big. So I don't know if he had to stay low, but he always kept his hips down. And it always looked like to me, like he pushed off his lower half more than like trying to search him out with hands. Like you'll see that with linemen that you see. Like you would like see them trying to like search out their edge or whatever, or their inside or the DTs with their hands. He would push off with his legs and meet them first and then just pancake them down to the ground.
That's why I think once he learns the Chris technique, he's going to be incredible. Because right now, that's athleticism. He gets back in his drop, but that's just quick feet. His feet are just quick. And when I saw it a couple times, and I was like, man, if he had a kick step, he probably meets that guy quicker. But I think that's pure athleticism. But what I like is something you mentioned, the leverage, 6'7", and I can get down there. Because you're going to see a pass rusher 6'2", 6'3" with bend. How you get your big ass down there? I like that he's already, that don't have to be taught. He already has that. I'm curious to know if he was a former wrestler at all, or
that's what
you know what I mean? Because to have that kind of leverage, to be able to be that big and bend like that, either that or he wasn't always this big. It's either, you know what I mean? Like there's something that must contribute. Yeah, because big guys, fluid hips with 6'7", that don't happen in the same sentence. So I wonder,
being able to say that low is not something that I've seen that often before.
I wonder if there's another sport, if there's, maybe basketball or wrestling, or if there's something else that, because he's athletic for a 6'7" dude.
No, yeah, that's one of the things I picked up on too, and that's
I'm
that's
curious as
kind of
to
like
what it is.
That's kind of like the trend that you see happening with how our offensive linemen are being recruited. Just the athleticism and the raw talent that's already there, and like you said, being able to mold them into what they want.
You look at him and I see the similar things like I saw from
17
Claus.
maybe?
He's got to be. He might be 17 because he's a 25er, so he might be 17 right now.
Depending on what his birthday is, he might fuck around.
Yeah,
17.
Yeah, depending on his birthday, he. Also, because
17.
of the way recruiting works, there too, depending on his birthday, when he had to start his school year, he might be 16.
Yep.
So we don't know, but we do know that he's huge. We do know that he's huge.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You got guys like Markel Bell, like you.
Yeah, 6'8", 340.
Hold on though, Markel Bell is taller than 6'8".
No.
So I was talking to Judd. Judd's 6'7", 6'8", like true 6'7" and a half, basically 6'8".
Mm-hmm.
He said Markel's like 6'9", 6'10". He said he said Markel has him by like 4 inches, bro.
No.
He said Markel got him. Yeah. He said
Judd's
Markel.
that tall?
Judd, yeah, oh yeah.
I thought he was like
tall.
6.
Judd.
I thought he was like 6'6".
No, he's 6'7".
No, Judd's 6'7", like almost true 6'8". And he said, "What's happening, Rasta?"
The Baptist preachers in the building.
He said Markel got him by like 4 inches. He said Markel, because I was like, he's listed at 6'8". Joe was like, he's not 6'8", bro. He like 6'9", 6'10".
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a massive insane human being. That's a massive.
See, we wanted to clear something up because Polk and I were a little confused. Markel Bell, Matthew, the JUCO transfer Bell that came in early enrollee. He's 6'8", 6'9", maybe all the way up to 6'10". We're likely going to play left tackle after Jalen Rivers bounces, which we're going to talk about in a couple of moments. We'll fuck around. Yeah. All right, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Little tease. So, CB, could you clear something up? Because Ben and I weren't quite clear. Did
you said
Lamar
Ben
Williams,
and I?
Yeah, Ben and I. It's very weird. That's why I call him Polk. The other Ben. Yeah. Because that's too many. That's too long.
It's hilarious to say it. Like for people watching, they're probably like, "What is he saying?" Like,
why is he talking about himself in the fifth person? That's really weird. Did Lamar Williams visit and then they went in school, or did they go in school and then he visited?
I think they went in school first. I'm almost positive they went in school and then he visited. Come on, Rasta. You know you are the recruiting guru. How Rasta trying to give me his title? Don't do that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trying to have you the crown while he's still wearing it.
Rasta called me the recruiting guru. I hit Rasta up for recruits.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the group.
I'm being Rasta's DM. Rasta, who this?
Hey, Rasta, you got any idea who this is? I can't pull him up on Huddle. I got you, fam. I got to edit for him and everything.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to his page right now. Because if I'm not mistaken, they went to his school. So they went to his school.
I know they went to his school.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. Yeah.
Well, you have to stand all the way back with that landscape picture.
Maybe because he was down here for was he here for Elite Prospect Day? For Junior Day? I think he was. Yeah.
Ross.
So they would have. So he would have been here first.
Yes.
He would have been here for Elite Prospect Day, and then
we went and saw him They went and saw him the next weekend.
And then they went and saw him
a few days later. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I found Gabby's tweet. Yes. So he came down for Elite Prospect Day, and then they went and checked him out in school as well, probably to sign, seal, deliver.
Yeah,
that's interesting though that they saw him and was like very quickly, let's do this. You know what I mean? That's very fast.
It's kind of similar to the conversation you had with Caden Strayhorn though, right? Like when Caden Strayhorn came out with Francis, was like, yeah, but just talk to Mirrorball. Mirrorball just tapped me on the shoulder. Goes, hey, you got that offer?
You got an offer.
Yeah,
he was sitting there talking with his parents and everything, and Mirrorball walked over and was like, consider yourself offered. He was like, bro, Judd committed
No,
on his
just
first visit.
Leave that there. Leave that there. Don't even. Oh, Ross is a trip, boy. That's the family. This is why I
Hey, y'all
love
want to
doing
hear
these
something
lives because
crazy?
you never know.
People think like I'm the most positive person on the planet. Let me tell y'all something.
Right.
If my group, if my chat with Rasta or Steve-O ever got out to the public, it would be chaos. It would
That'll
be
never come
chaos.
out. That's private. That's all private. That's family talk right there.
But for
yeah, man,
y'all,
it's
I got
crazy.
a question for y'all about this offensive lineman. Do y'all feel like last year we saw, or so 2 years ago, we saw offensive line was the main focus of the class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year, you could say receiver or defensive line was the main focus. I would say defensive line for sure. Defensive end for sure.
Line. Yeah.
You think now that we took that year off of let's not overload offensive line because you can't have too many at a position anyway, the way the transfer portal and all that works. You think this is going to be another year where Mario's like, all right, let's load up on some blue chippers again?
What as far as load up? How many
on
are
the
you
offensive line?
What's your number though? What's your number as far as what you consider a load up?
Yeah, because we kind of hit on this a little bit.
Yeah, before
I'm
you
thinking
came on.
4.
Yeah. That's what we thought.
Okay.
That load up to me would have been like 6, because I'm thinking. You remember from that 23 class, Antonio Tripp hasn't seen the field yet. He's still working and grinding and developing. Frankie Tenelau hasn't seen the field yet. He's still working and developing. He's big as shit, bro.
I don't know why he's not at defensive tackle. Have you seen his film?
I don't know either. Yeah, he's nasty, bro.
At defensive tackle, he was crazy.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
Crazy.
4 to 6. So Ross says 4 to 6 as long as qualified guys. Yeah, but I can't see 6 just because I think me and Polk were saying we think this class is going to be small unless there's a bunch of people, like when I say a bunch of people, like 4 to 5 people that we don't want to see go bounce. Like me and Joe did the show. Me and Joe did the show. We count 14 easy without any real dents to the roster as far as like emotional reactions. I do. I do.
I can take that to 20 with some emotional reactions for you. But I think we're in that position, right? We're in that position where we're unfortunately either this year or next year, Mario is going to have to turn away some good football players.
Yeah. No,
we're just in that position.
Before we get sidetracked and not answer your question, like we always do, because we just start talking about random shit.
Kind of what we do.
Yeah, no, 100% of the time. Yes, I think he takes 4. I think 6 on the high end if you miss on other guys, and you know what I'm saying, like kind of a situation. But I think 4 to like Russell says 6, 4 to 6. 6 would be too much for me. I'm not saying that's a wrong number, but 4 for me is good. Again, you still have 2 guys and the Markel Bell that are coming in that haven't seen the field yet. Pancake hasn't really even seen the field yet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of depth there. Nino Francavilla's already in. You know what I mean? So I'll disagree with Ross on that one. He says 3 tackles, 2 guards, 1 center. I think we have Zach Carpenter and then Nino, and then you can play Antonio Tripp at center too. I think he's a smaller guy. I think he has good size for center. That's kind of where I've always seen him at.
1 center, yes.
Yeah.
1 center for sure.
Next year,
Caden Strayhorn.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he wants to play center at the next level, so he'll be a center. But what I meant by that is because you know how what we did last year, what Mario did last year was let me find the clay that everyone else is not as high on, but I see the vision for. Artavius Jones, but on the offensive line, Juan Minaya,
Cooper.
Nino Francavilla, Cooper. You know what I mean? Do you think he does
Cooper
that
early too?
Or do you think he goes, let me get the 4 and 5s, let me get the Pancake and Maui Noah?
I think you get 2 of those guys and the other 4 of them or the clay.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I think you do something similar to that. It's a proven concept, right? Like you already saw what he did with CeCe. So it's not like people go, oh, but he's not going to develop you or play you, motherfucker. Yes, he is. It's right there. We'll drop the gif of Francis fucking hulking out after he does that crazy block on that fucking linebacker. All right, see, this list class is loaded. That's why we did like a quick number. We did like 17 or 21 guys coming in. Again, we don't know. Ross all up in the chat. Carpenter gone. Cooper may leave for the draft. Yeah, Rivers gone. Rodriguez a transfer candidate. If Samson not in the 2P, he gone. It's a wild, wild west, fam. That's all facts. That's all facts. I do have Pancake in my, which we're gonna get into the top 5 that we're doing here in a second. But it's a lot, man.
That's that other side of recruiting now, right? It's like even if you stack a class, you got to keep it.
You still got to recruit your own guys. Yeah.
From year to year, you never know. Ask Georgia.
We saw that with ask Collins. Ask Collins at Chimapong that bounced to UCLA.
Ask A&M what that's like. A&M bought the number 1 class 2 years in a row. Them boys all gone.
That means
all just
them
all
gone. Just went bye.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to re-recruit.
Exactly. You got to keep recruiting them.
Well, Polk, what are your thoughts about what CB asked like 17 minutes ago? I don't know if you remember the question.
I don't think I can remember that far.
Do we go, high end for offensive linemen this year? Try to get the tippy top guys like Maui Noah and Pancake, or do you think Mario does what he did this past year? Let me get my 3-star guys that I can mold.
No, I think you got to go after those top offensive linemen. I mean, you got to land at least 1. I mean, and if not 2, and then like you said, you get those guys that other people might not be looking a lot at, or that aren't getting the looks, and you find those diamonds in the rough. Like, I mean, that formula's kind of works up to this point. So, and I think if the guys that hadn't seen the field yet, like the Antonio Trips and Tinalaus, if they come in, and are pushing on that 2 deep, and then they hit like some of these other guys have, that draws a lot of attention from not just the multiple offensive linemen, but those big 4 and 5 high-ranking guys too. Starting to notice.
Yeah, they got to see what CC did, right, and think, damn, I can go there now and do that. Or you look at a Nez Cooper if you are one of those 3-star guys and go, damn, that's what they did with him.
Right.
Yeah. Came in, changed his body, made him probably a first-day draft pick. It's crazy. Because he could bounce next year. He's going to be a guard for a long, long time. And you see what Penei Sewell is doing in the league.
He probably will, too, because I would imagine he's going to – it's for guards, guard in a tackle position, so you're not going top 10. But, if you end up getting an evaluation back that's late 2nd, early 3rd as a guard, you got to dip. That's a first-round pick for a guard. You get taken in the 3rd round. That's amazing.
Yeah, you bounce. All right, let's get into this ad, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right, family. Starting every Sunday, supposed to be the 4 of us, right? Go check out Caneswear. We got some more breaking news with that coming soon. Big announcement already happened last show. We're doing our 2nd annual Caneswear meetup into the Canesverse. Graphic will drop soon. There's still a couple more graphics I need to add in there. Y'all already seen what I'm cooking up. So we're doing something special, man. Come out, meet your favorite Canes content creators, man, and just good all around people, man. CB will be there. Is that confirmed, CB? Can we get the confirmation?
I will be there. I will be there.
That's what's up.
Waving at people like this here.
Showing all 88 teeth.
The first person that walk up to me and say, "What's up with Zuby?" I'm leaving. I had a player tell me that was funny meeting me at
no, you
at
didn't.
battle. I swear to God.
No, son.
I was like,
that's fucked up.
You met a Zuby. Now I'm starting to wonder how many interviews do I get from players because they think I'm a Zuby.
Who cares? Keep rocking. Don't matter.
I've probably gotten so many recruits to come on my show, and then when they see that Chalupa Batman thing, they're probably like,
wait,
what's going on? Who the fuck is this?
I was talking to
yeah, Matthew, come on out, man. Hopefully
you that close to Caneswear, that's dope.
If all accounts are April 13th is the last practice, you know what I'm saying? It's all up in the air. Still a lot of things to be determined, to be announced. April 13th should be the last practice, which should be spring game. We'll be out there. There's 3 you see here. Joe will be out there. A bunch of other guests, bunch of other surprises, man. There's a lot of people, I'm saying, that a lot of people came on last year, which was fucking dope when we first started. A lot more people want to rock with us this year. But the team stays the same, man. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't venture too far out what we're comfortable with because we like to keep it 100 out here, man. Yeah, Zuby Charles. Yo, you should change your name on the chat sometimes. It'd be dope. Y'all should do
I'm
a show
not
together
Zuby.
too. Y'all should do a show together and just change each other's names on the graphic, and nobody will know what the fuck is that.
I should
Nobody
do
will
a
know.
running show every week, and we should just call it like I don't know. You know how they had like sister sister? We should call it brother brother.
Yeah. Hey, y'all should recreate.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're
Oh,
singing
yeah,
and we're
just-
colored. Zuby, this is proof of concept. This is proof of concept right
I was
now,
just
bro.
about to say that y'all should recreate the intro to the Williams brothers.
We're doing this. Hey, what's happening, Will?
Will in the building, man. You know he out here screaming. Well, fuck it, I'm definitely
Roster coming down. Yes, sir. Yeah, I will
Listen,
be there.
Roster coming.
I will
That
be there.
roster confirmed. Roster is confirmed. We can say that because he said it himself.
I will,
You know what I'm saying? So-
I will be down in the coral of the Gables, trying not to get arrested.
Oh yeah, we will be on campus. This time I am going to make a trip down to campus. I didn't make one last time, which I regretted. So I will be on campus, walking around, taking a picture at the U that I've never done.
No,
Crazy
Really?
enough.
you haven't been down there.
I've never done.
I'm just trying to
been
find
down there.
offices. Y'all
I've been-
point me to the football offices and leave me alone.
I'm just trying to find the IPF, man. I just want to talk to Coach Potter. Be like, yo, man, let me know how this is done. Like, I see you cooking. I just want to have a private me and you. Nothing on
I'm
record.
banging on
What the fuck about
doors. Why didn't we
Yeah.
get Van Buren?
And then kick you right the fuck out. It'll be the
Yeah,
last.
Yeah, immediately.
Kick me out.
It'll be a
Sorry.
picture of you with the name of Zuby Charles under it. Then it's Zuby.
It's cool. I got homies. I know where Judd's staying. You know what I'm saying? He
That's
got
true.
a whole dorm by himself. You know what I'm saying? You know.
He living his best life. All right. So on this episode and every Sunday episode for the coming weeks, right, till we get the whole roster done, we're gonna drop our top 5 players at that position, right? Not just tackle, but like right today we'll do offensive linemen. Next week we'll do defensive line. We'll go inside out, just how Mario recruits. That's how we're gonna do these breakdowns. So next week we'll do defensive line. This week we're doing our top 5, as in our starters on the O line. So I told y'all Tuesday, I think, or Thursday, that's what we're doing. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, everybody got their 5 together. I actually did it right now because I had my 5 already in my head. I just want to make sure to write it down. And I'll go last. So we'll start with Polk. Who's your top? So go from right to left, right? So
Yeah,
Left
I'm
to
gonna
right.
go right. I'm gonna go right
Left
to
to
left.
right.
I'm going
Left
right
to
to
right.
left.
Do it. Do however you want to, man.
I'm going to.
That's
All
what-
right.
fuck it.
Right to left. I'm with Joe on this. You never go right to left on the offensive line.
You don't, but I'm going to anyway.
Yeah, but Joe ain't here, so you're by yourself. So wait, the
I know. I was just hoping Joe would say something in the chat. Help me out. Come
All right,
on, sick
Joe's
man.
sleeping.
Say something.
Joe's sleeping. Yeah, I'm hoping
Joe
to see
like-
you soon, man. Who got that? Yo, those graphics he sent were stupid. That's
Hilarious.
stupid.
Bro.
I was like, dropped my phone. I was dying.
Bro, it was the funniest way to announce to us that he was still sick.
Yeah. Then the mask with the mouth cut out.
Could have just said I'm sick. He sent 3 graphics of a man on his deathbed.
But he's like, I'm feeling better, guys.
Yeah.
And my mind is, I'm feeling better.
An hour before that, I'm feeling a little bit better. Y'all think I'm gonna make it? Hey, what's your graphic look like?
Yeah, just wrecked.
Just in
Completely wrecked.
memoriam type shit. In memoriam.
I like that somebody, I think it was Ben, didn't even catch on. Like it wasn't. We don't be caring about each other's feelings until we have to. It was like,
Yeah.
hey, I got to be full body though. Like I get that. You it's like,
Yeah, I
it
did
was
say
like,
that
oh, that's
shit.
cool. Yeah, it got to be
Yeah,
full
yeah.
body though.
Just go to full fucking. Just put the hearse up.
Just
Pull
need
the
to
hearse
see you
up.
laying in the casket all together.
Exactly. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. That's gonna be next. That's gonna be
Hilarious,
Wednesday's
man.
graphic. Can our good recruiting overcome our bad coaching? Hopefully he's taking some powerful presentations
I hope so.
and getting better at that. You know what I'm saying? Dedicating himself to becoming a better coach as he is obsessed with becoming the best recruiter in the country. So that's all we could hope for, because we hurt when those games lost all the way they are. All right, Pope.
They
what you
don't.
got?
They don't give you extra points for timeouts. You can use.
No, they don't.
No.
Facts.
All right,
What up,
so
Rocky?
I think at right tackle, I think the consensus is CC. That's who I got.
Yep.
Right guard, Cooper. Staying with Inez.
Yep.
Center. I mean, we didn't bring in Carpenter just to sit around and not do anything. So I think Zach's going to
Nope.
have that locked down. Now, left guard, left tackle, that gets a little tricky.
This where it's get dicey. Yeah,
this
where it got
gets
dicey.
a little dicey.
Yeah, let's see what
so
you got.
if we're going right now,
hold on, wait. Before you go to the debatable thing, right? So the way this show is the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna drop our 5. We debate it amongst ourselves, and then we have a final 5 at the end of the show, and that's what'll end up on the You Heard podcast with our YouHeardPodcast.com with the breakdown of our 5. Yeah, so we debated amongst ourselves. That's how it's gonna be. So Polk, I agree. Left guard, left tackle. I also had an inner debate. So let's hear your side.
All right, left guard Rivers, and left tackle I'm going with Bell.
I wish. Hold on, wait a second. This shit just got dicey because I did not see
that
coming.
Let's go. We're in now.
Let's fucking
we here now.
We
here.
Baby.
All right.
Hold on, let's drop some. That's I did not see that come.
Yeah, keep that one in the rotation. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I got a bunch. Son, I got everything. Yeah. Wait,
you got lasers? Yeah.
Shock.
You got lasers over there? Is there?
Yeah, I got lasers. I got this too.
Yep. For interviews, I like that one for the intro.
Fam, you should. I'm telling you, I will send you the link. You need to get this shit.
You know how I am. If you give me one of those, my interviews are gonna be trash because I'm gonna be laser. No, I'm like, what you think about quarterback? Pew.
Dimes. It gets worse when you could add in your own shit. When you could add in your own sound bites. Yes.
Okay.
And that's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah, don't let CB get a hold.
Nobody's coming back on my channel. I did that interview with that dude. He just played sounds the whole time. He kept playing Star Wars.
Eardrums out with that air horn.
He just kept hearing lightsaber sounds the whole time.
All right. So you got CC. You got the standard to left guard and left tackle. You had Rivers, and then Bell left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Joe.
Nobody asked you, Joe. You're not part of the show. Son, you can't be sick and then also be in the show. You can't take a sick day and be like, yo, I'm still here.
He's back from the dead. He's back
in
from
all
the
caps, too. He screamed that at us.
Yeah, he did scream that at us. This is very aggressive.
Well, breaking news.
You got Honcho, Maigoa, Carpenter, Cooper, Bell. Okay.
Wait.
So he's got
you moved Mawinoa inside?
To left guard?
Are we reading that left to right or right to left? Let me know, fam, because
I'm reading that. I'm reading that as left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle.
You use captions at work all the time. You aggressive ass boss, yo. Flo wants on. No, Flo's already cooking something up, man. Flo got shot tonight. I think it came in already. I think he got it set up. So 9:00 tonight, because he got that 15-minute countdown. 9:00, man. He's gonna have something for y'all. Ooh, don't sleep on Kinsler.
Okay. All right. So,
all right. What's your 5?
My 5. It's the exact same 5 as Polk. Left tackle, Markel Bell. Left guard, Jalen Rivers. Center, Carpenter. Right guard, Cooper. Right tackle, Mawinoa. And I got Sampson as a swing tackle. So I think he'll see the field quite a bit as a swing, big, heavy sets, things like that. But I think because we didn't land the young man from Washington,
Rivers, or whatever.
Yeah, I think Rivers will kick inside because I don't think Bell's a little too big to kick inside. I don't think Bell has that lateral quickness and that agility, that just the agileness that you want. But I think Rivers can do it. Will Rivers want to do it? Because he's probably gonna be a tackle in the league. Thank you. Left or right. Yeah, however,
right, cool.
we do have to ask the question though, because we don't know how that person did it. So it's a good question. But we don't know how he had that, because that's interesting moving Mawinoa inside. The thing about Rivers moving inside is he gonna want to do it? Because not that he's not a team player and anything like that. It's just
because he is. Yeah, because he is.
Because he's gonna be a tackle at the next level, or that's the goal. That's where the money is.
He's a guard.
He's a guard. He's going to be a guard at the next level. And I think he needs to get that experience there. That if he's looking to improve his draft stock, I think he's going to want to move inside. Didn't he come in being a guard in the first place.
Interior
And the
lineman.
only reason
Yes,
we
he
kicked
did.
him out was because
of
Zion can never be healthy.
Zion. Yeah. Yes.
So
Then,
yeah,
to me,
Now-
getting Markel Bell was perfect. Then
Now,
I think that was
here's-
perfect.
Okay.
Unless Pancake Honcho beats out Markel Bell in the spring, that's the only thing I think would shake this up.
Yeah, that which would be crazy because he's coming off injury, and hopefully Honcho's at 100%. We haven't heard anything because you know how he keeps it quiet. All right,
Right.
so I had the same. I had the same 5. My question with Markel Bell though is because I put Bell with a question mark is the experience factor. Like, do you risk putting him already a brand new left tackle with a brand new quarterback? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with experience factor, how that all works. So that's why I kind of wanted to keep Rivers as a left tackle, just as far as the experience. And he was a monster last year. Nobody mentioned him as a negative connotation at all last year. You know what I mean? So that's a factor for me with wanting to keep Rivers outside. But his next level is guard for him. We see that. Joe's talked about that. Flo's talked about that. The kind of the next iteration for him. So that's why I see him inside. But I mean, man, that's gonna be crazy. It's a brand new left tackle. What happens to Lil Cristobal? Doesn't he get, you know what I'm saying, second place?
You mean what happens?
I just said I was gonna put him on the 5 just for the reaction. Just like, yeah, that's why
He blocked
Sorry,
for
man,
Ripley at practice.
yeah, he'll be on the practice squad.
You need solid scout team offensive linemen too. Everybody got to play a role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he'd be great there.
My other question here is Kinsler. Does Kinsler maybe play left guard? It's a big.
Yeah, but then it's a big motherfucker. But where does that put? So who would you're gonna keep Rivers outside? If you put Kinsler in, you keep
so put
out?
Rivers outside and put Kinsler inside.
Because they also
let's say Markel doesn't pick it up or catch.
No,
on
I
as
can
fast.
see that for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that. For
I
sure.
wonder if also maybe what if Kinsler's just killing it and they have to play him.
Another big guy, another guy. That's
some guys just make themselves undeniable. What if he just ends up in the spring, just tears it up? That'd be another guy that could play inside.
I mean, look, if you really look at the tendencies they've shown with transfer portal guys, like especially they don't play them right away. So Markel Bell might not see the field right. Yeah, not the JUCO guys, especially Kobe Young didn't play right away. Shamar Kirk didn't play it all last year. Meeks didn't play it all last year. Maybe got one snap on a fucking goal route.
I don't think Kobe Young would have played it all that first year if we didn't have all those injuries.
Exactly. Yeah, McCoy's a factor too, as the man who's a part of the show but not a part of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you don't gotta have a link. You just tap in. Yeah, McCoy's a factor. Like, look, I think this is obviously the way too early. We're going off what we think. That's what gives me pause about the Markel Bell, man, because he might catch on, but they haven't shown a tendency to play the JUCO guys right away. Regardless of what we think, like, yo, but how are you not going to play the guy that's 6'12", you know what I'm saying, 380
500
pounds?
I think what will help him too is the other two weren't early. They weren't. The other two weren't here early.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it's going to hinge on Pancake and how he comes back from injury.
Yes.
I think that's that's the main reason I think McCoy got the playing time he did this past season. Because if Pancake wasn't out, I think Pancake takes that spot. That's just me.
No, but
who's your sleeper?
Real quick, why would he say this on the chat? You know, people can see this guy.
Joseph.
Damn, unmentionables. Also, who the fuck says unmentionables? What? How old are you? I know your actual age, but how old are
Joe? Has a very young soul, but occasionally he will say something to let you know.
Just old as fuck, bro.
That's somebody dad.
See, like in my mind, you gotta do the voice.
Oh, Joe, I'm in my measurables right now. My name's Joseph. I'm at the house. I can't get dressed because I've got a flu, and I'm nursing a bad cough. I'm gonna go walk on down to the Rite Aid and get me a couple of cough drops, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Back in Joe's time, they said, "See,
it is a great problem to have. We haven't had this problem in a very long time.
When's the last time we had to worry about it?
Early 2000s.
Yeah,
early 2000s
on the OL this year.
Oh man, my guys. Joe said it. McCoy. I think Matthew McCoy is mine. But right behind Pancake Concho, because I do feel you on the swing tackle or the swing lineman with him. I got him right behind. Because look, the thing that bothered me, right? He was always the next guy in, Matthew McCoy. Always the next guy in when they went with the big set. Unless he did something stupid in practice, got in trouble, got late, you know what I'm saying, was late to a meeting or some shit, which is why they split time with Cristobal. There's no fucking reason why Cristobal should have been in that game ever. Like, not maybe Bethune-Cookman, you know what I mean? Like, type of shit.
Yeah.
But you don't play him in that game when you're really trying to evaluate what you have. To me, that's a careless decision on coaching, keeping it a buck. Because why are you giving him why are you giving him tape when he's not a factor going forward? You just, as a thank you for being here? Fuck that. No, this is a business. I don't give a fuck what his last name is.
Yeah, those reps happen at the end of the game. I understand bowl game, it might be somebody's last game. You give those at the end of the game.
Oof.
God.
What a time that was.
I like that we have this many sleepers, though, on the offensive line, because you're like Antonio Tripp, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. McCoy, Kinsler would be mine. There's so many of these guys that's like, man, if they show up in spring different and improved, we could have some battles on our hands.
Yeah. That's all right. A lot of fun. And that bowl game we shouldn't even address 100%.
I have a scenario for y'all. Complete hypothetical. I'm about to blow up the whole five.
What up?
Let's say we go to spring and Mario says, my left tackle is Maui Noah. I'm moving him over to the left side because he's my best tackle.
It's funny you say that because that actually crossed my mind when we were putting together our top five.
Right? Because he's my best tackle, right? Markel's coming in new. Rivers, let's kick him inside. Maybe I play Pancake on the right side. Or maybe,
maybe get Bell on that right side.
I wonder if that's a scenario that might happen.
Just flip it all together. That's
because it kind of keeps the same line. You play your best five, right? You play CC at left, Rivers at left, Carpenter's locked in. That's not even a debate, I guess, for center, unless Antonio Tripp balls out, which you know what I'm saying would be dope. And then you have Coop and then Markel Bell on the right, which we see isn't. Yeah, whew.
Be interesting.
This is such a good problem to have. This is the first time we're doing our top five.
See, this is why they stress the importance of cross training on the offensive line as well.
Boom.
Yeah.
Because if a situation like this happens, right?
Exactly.
But I was just thinking, with Maui Noah being basically our best tackle at the moment. Like, no shade to any other tackles on the team, but I mean, this dude, he's like that. Yes, I wonder if Mario's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put you at left, especially with Cam coming in. Let me protect that backside. Let me get my best guy over there. I wonder if that ends up happening, or if it's a situation where it's like he's so comfortable at right tackle, let's just leave him at right tackle.
Because what's crazy is we mentioned our sleepers real quick. We mentioned our sleepers, and none of us mentioned Pancake. I think it's because he's coming off injury. Don't know if he's going to be 100%. So I feel you on that. Pancake would start, but where would you put him? If we haven't done our final five, because as you see, we just the hypothetical kind of threw a wrench in it, and we'll get to it. So we haven't finalized our five for the pod. Way too early, pre-spring. You know what I'm saying? Like just a hypothetical conversation for our five. So, but where would you put him, Paint? Would you put him on the left side, right side? Would you kick him inside? That's not necessarily.
See, that's the question, right? Where do you put him? Because, let's say the lines we selected is the five, right? But we're trying to find where we put Pancake. Do you put him at left tackle where Markel Bell is? I would assume if Markel Bell is getting early first team reps, he's impressed that much this early. You know what I mean?
He says left tackle. He says left tackle. Stamp it. That's not gonna play. That's not coming in here with some.
I don't hate it.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
All right. So what's your five, Nassau? What's your five? Give me left to right. As I guess we're gonna go consensus. Left to right, not right to left.
No, it's left to right. I only went right to left because I wanted my left tackles to be a little bit of a shot. Get the shot value. Yeah.
I was gonna go first, but I was like, no, because my shock value would have been Luke Cristobal at left guard.
Stop it.
Just to be mad disrespectful.
YouTube would have canceled this stream.
Yeah, I should.
I actually didn't want to go first because I felt like I was
Polk
going to be
off.
destroyed in the comments for saying Markel Bell was going to start.
Oh, we just dominate. They get all the reps. They're gonna dominate West. They dominated last year.
This offensive line.
They gave a guy 8 seconds and the decisions weren't there. Like that's just, you know what I mean.
I'm not worried about the offensive line this year, y'all.
No, at all, at all. It's
now. I
want to
see how Carpenter obviously
Yeah.
gets into the flow of the offense.
Big Ten football is Big Ten football, though. It's
Right.
It's legit.
And we got guys on the line that had to deal with a new center coming in last year. So it's like, okay, this is what we did for Lee to get Lee up to speed. We did this,
Yeah.
and this, and this. We used these shortcuts for Lee to get him acclimated.
All right, so Lasso says left to right. Pancake Rivers, the new center, Big Hoop, and CC.
So basically
Okay,
what we came up with, except
Bell's on the bench.
yeah, Bell's a swing.
Bell's a swing. So you have Bell as your sixth guy off the bench? Yeah,
Which
I'm
is
okay with
probably what will happen. I just don't
Yeah.
trust him to play the JUCO guys. Not
Yeah,
that I don't
not right
trust
away.
him. I think maybe Mario's whole thing is I need you in my system for a year, probably. You know, you got to untrain people's bad habits. And
Yeah. It
And
takes a while
right.
to do that,
did y'all
And
see
this
how swole Shamar Kirk looked?
bro.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
He did not, keep it. He did not look like that last year.
No.
Slim. We talked.
He looked pretty
slim and
scrawny.
slender.
Yeah.
Slim and
Now
slender.
he's
Holy shit.
He might have some. When we get listen, that wide receiver conversation. That wide receiver
Yeah,
conversation.
that's gonna be a fun one.
is-
that,
I saw
That's
him
gonna
post.
be-
I said, "Who linebacker body is that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn, Shimmy.
What you been doing, Shimmy? Out there kicking it. All right.
Yeah, that's that.
So,
That's that
all right.
program, though, right? We saw it with Bain. And maybe that's
Gonna
why they
be-
want the JUCO guys in for a year.
You saw with
Transform
Cooper.
your body. You know
You
what
saw.
I mean?
You saw with Inez, right? You saw what he did to him. Had dropped 60 pounds, almost 400 pounds to 330, right? 335, something like that.
Crazy.
All right. So
Yeah.
left to right. Let's lock it in. What we doing? Consensus for the way too early. Don't hold us to this.
I'm gonna stick with Bell just because I don't know.
But I left.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't know Samson's.
just
health
don't know the health
situation.
status. You're right. Exactly.
Yeah, it's
This
like
is for
at
spring
running back,
game.
it's gonna be hard because we don't know Fletcher's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
For
right
the
now,
record, for anybody listening, this is for the spring. What we're thinking how it's going to start, not the season. There's a whole spring and fall. The only one that's locked that we know for sure are Zach Carpenter, and Coop. Coop ain't moving. Like let's lock that
and
fucking in
CC.
right now.
We just don't know where CC will be.
And
but-
CC. Yeah, those are the three locked in. All right, so you going Bell, Polk? You could agree, Bell.
Yeah, I'm going Bell.
All right, purely because of health issues, health questions, not issues with Pancake. All right, I'm with you
Right.
on
Did
that
Bell
one.
now, did Bell play left tackle at JUCO? Was he
Yes.
their
Yes.
left tackle? Okay.
Yeah, he was their left tackle. Nassau says Bell doesn't move that well to me.
He's 6'10", fam.
But he's gonna get the mirror ball coaching for 8 months.
6'10".
You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't
that's
know
a factor
if it's
too.
physically possible for a man that size to move better. I
One
don't
drop
know.
step from him, he covers like 10
Yeah,
feet. I mean,
one
This is
kick
the whole line.
step.
It's Markel
one
Bell.
kick step, and he's
30
yeah.
yards back. Hey, he around the campus on a scooter. He
Roger
on,
said,
he
yeah,
on campus on
Bell's
an
his
electric
own.
scooter.
Yeah, Bell's
He's his
that's
own
first of
line.
all.
Facts.
There's 2 electric
Facts.
scooters. One can't support him. Proud Cat Dad, one of the best names on the entire internet. I've been running the numbers, and we're actually 94 right now, and over about 9 allotment, including every signee this past national signing day and incoming transfers. But does that count the guys coming in the summer? Because that's 7
hella
guys
over.
still coming in. That's 16 we're over.
Yeah, we're hella
So
over.
yeah, man.
We're gonna end up seeing guys enter the portal, and we're gonna get that thing from the rivals. Oh, Miami in shambles. It's not gonna be that. So don't panic after the spring. You know, when you see guys jumping in the portal, don't panic. They have to make space.
Facts.
That's hilarious. Hey, Markel might be able to do all that. I'm not going. He might be able to do.
I know what he was. Oh my god, that's fucked up. We know what you were trying to say, Ross. We knew what you were trying to say. That's Mirrorball. Yeah. 111 in the building right now, rocking with us, man. Seeing us doing this
It's
silliness
wild tonight.
of our way too. Russell, you got to be on the show soon, man. We got to have you on one of these.
You know what I love
probably
about
one of these-
Mirrorball though? He's that small, but when he get out there and start instructing and putting his
He tall
hands
as
on
fuck.
defensive linemen,
Yeah,
he
He
be
used to
moving
be about 6'10".
yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
be moving
Shaq
them.
out there.
It's
Yeah.
bro. Caden Strayhorn said it was crazy. He was like the first time I saw him like coaching CC when he would like do his first punch, he was moving CC. He was like, I was like, how's he that strong? Dog, Mirrorball small, but something about technique can move him up, guys. I promise you
Right.
that. That's got to be cool to see too when you see an
I don't know what
offensive line coach that small and then he get
Uh-huh.
his hands on a big 300 dude and can move him.
Oh no, Russell, you have no idea. I already have your graphic
Rasta.
cooked up. You don't know
The
this
one
how
good
it's about
thing
to
is
happen
we
to you.
get to choose our own because
Yeah.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If Ben
Guess
chooses
don't.
for us,
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
yeah,
I'm
it's-
choosing his. I already got his wrapped up. It's perfectly done. It's already
did
done.
you
I'm gonna
just
send it
type
to
in
y'all
like Joel
No,
Osteen?
No, I put what I can't tell y'all what I put because I'll tell y'all after. Because I'm gonna surprise him with the graphic. All right, so we got Bell,
I
Rivers.
apologize
left
ahead
guard.
of time, Rasta.
I don't. I meant it. I did it. I did it, motherfucker. That's family. Ross's family. That's one of my guys, man.
Rasta gonna hack our YouTube page. It's
For
gonna
real,
be
yeah.
a thumbnail.
So,
Just gonna be a photo of him. It's just gonna be a cool photo of Rasta.
So we got Rivers, left guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rivers
All right.
for sure.
Entering spring, guys. Again, don't clip this. Be like, oh, that's who you thought was good. No. Entering spring, this is who we think are our top 5 going in, left to right. All right, so Carpenter, center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's got to be sewn up. Unless Tripp just
I really hope Tripp.
absolutely
number
balls
2.
out.
I hope Tripp's number 2 on that. I
Yeah.
hope young.
I hope so too,
I mean-
because it should be his job next year, which is good too. He
Yeah.
gets another year to sit and learn before he's
Sit and
ready.
learn, and you're behind 2 guys that are going to get drafted and go to the league. You learned a lot.
Mhm.
All right, so right guard is Coop.
And
No
there's
debate there, and then right
You can
tackle
put that in
CC.
permanent marker.
CC.
Yeah, you can put that in permanent marker.
And
I think the
CC.
only way
All right.
that changes is if CC gets pulled to left tackle. But
Okay.
I think you can basically marker in center, right guard, and right tackle.
All right, just for shits and giggles, real quick, who do you have behind Markel Bell? Pancake.
Yes. I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure.
The honcho.
And then I'm getting
Rivers?
McCoy will probably back up both guards. He'll
McCoy,
be the
yeah.
First
He'd be like
guard
a
off.
swing
McCoy,
guard.
McCoy and Kinsler,
got-
I'm guessing,
yeah.
will be the first off the bench for the guards.
Yeah. I haven't flipped. Yeah, I have Kinsler backing up Coop because I think
Mhm.
Coop's gonna be gone, and it'll be a perfect slide in for Kinsler. God, how big is Kinsler gonna be his junior year? And he's gonna be a redshirt sophomore. That man grew an inch and
Actually,
a half. Yeah,
Damn,
redshirt
if you
sophomore.
think about
Redshirt-
it, we may be replacing the entire middle of our offensive line after this year.
we will be. Coop is gone. Rivers is gone. Carpenter's gone.
Yeah,
That whole middle
Carpenter's
of the O
gone.
line. We're
Yeah.
gonna have a whole new O line next year too, with hopefully experienced guys. All right. so
No,
behind
the
CC
tackles should be the same.
I don't know. CC and
The tackles should be the
yeah,
same.
Bell.
Yeah,
you start
or if
with
it's
Bell.
or if it's pancake.
Or
Or if it's pancake by then, yeah. Yeah.
But that's why it's so
I can-
important to make sure Tripp, McCoy, and Kinsler get some reps.
Yeah, Cam is gonna get 6 or 7 seconds, just like Tyler did. Just the decision's got to be there. That's what it is. Russell, I think they'd have the big dogs this year. Steve won't be talking about that Broward shit this year.
No, he
Yeah.
still would.
I
man.
don't,
He's
I,
still-
I was about to
he's still-
say I
he's
don't
still-
know.
Steve,
I don't know
nothing
about that,
stops
fam.
Steve will
Nothing's
still
gonna
gonna
stop.
talk.
Yeah, nothing.
Steve-O
I
talks,
don't know,
bro.
fam. I don't know
Steve-O
about that.
talks.
Because for every one y'all got, I promise Steve-O got somebody that he gonna come back with. I promise.
Yeah, exactly. You don't stop Steve.
Steve-O know
Nobody-
every receiver, bro.
Yeah, that's not.
Y'all give
that's
him
not
one
accurate.
person, he'd be like, "Well, what about?" Steve-O
I
got
got this-
everybody, bro. No,
Yeah.
you know, and he a DB and a receiver at heart, bro. He gonna talk shit regardless.
Yeah,
That's why I
there's
love
no.
him.
You don't stop. You
That's
don't
what.
stop
That's
him
what I
from
love.
talking. So behind CC to close it out.
Hmm.
Mhm,
That
mhm.
one's interesting.
I mean, yeah, because that's where you come in with Pancake being that swing tackle. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like who would be that other guy?
Tenelo. I think he's
10
still a
allow,
year.
or if they don't, well, no, because
I think
I was
10
gonna
allows a
say,
guard. I think
I was
10
gonna
allows
say
a guard.
if he don't redshirt Plaz, but Plaz is moving inside, so
Yeah, Plaza's moving inside. I think 10
You,
allows a
you would
guard.
almost have to think about kicking Kinsler out there.
it's a good shout too.
Kinsler could be good out there. All right, I'll put him out there.
I wonder if he outgrows moving inside, man.
He grew
He
it.
getting
Didn't
so
he grow like he
big.
grew an inch and a
He's
half.
just so big.
Yeah, I
He grew
wonder
an
if
inch and a half
by
like
the
his first
time
year.
I wonder
He
if by
might
the
be
time
6'8"
it's
now.
time, he's you
Yeah.
know what I mean. He's just
Mhm.
big, and they like let's put him on at tackle because that's a big dude to be inside, man.
Yeah.
That's a
That's why I think
massive
Frank-
human being.
That's why I think Frankie kicks inside. If
How big?
they win those spots out, I think Frankie's a big guy too. But Frankie's not as tall as Tommy TK.
They got Frankie at 6'6", 325.
Yeah, look up Tommy Kinsler, 6'8".
Gotta be
the
6'8".
big, you know what I'm saying? El Padrino out here, man, checking us out. Yo, Flo, we doing our
got
top 5
Kinsler,
offensive
he's
linemen.
not 6'6".
Who you got as your top 5, man? Way
Kinsler's
too
not
early
6'6".
before spring. Kinsler's not 6'6". Kinsler's 6'8".
They
I
have
still
him listed
remember
at
when
6'6". He's not 6'6".
He's not. I remember when they recorded him coming into campus, he was the only one that they could shoot up. Because they were like the smallest person.
Do
in the
you
world was
remember
recording.
that?
Yeah.
When I saw that, I remember thinking, "Who is that?" Because he
got bigger.
looked like he grew.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, 24/7 had
that.
him listed at 6'6" too.
Nah, he's 6'8".
He not
He's got to
6'6".
be 6'8".
He's 6'8".
He's
He's all
alien.
That's the
6'8".
biggest 6'6" that's ever 6'6" before.
Ever, fam.
If he's 6'6", don't measure me. Whoever measured him, don't come over here with that.
Come out here,
Keep your
5'9".
tape measured to yourself.
That's a short ass 5'11".
I don't want that. Keep that shit to yourself. You're gonna come back and you 5'6". I'm gonna watch out now. Watch out. Yeah,
Those are 6'7"
easy.
Yeah, minimum.
Easy.
Man, 118 minute rocker with us, man. Appreciate y'all so much. We're getting ready to wrap it up, man. You already know how we end it, man. YouHeardPodcast.com. Remember, once again, we're gonna say it every show to the spring game. Spring game, we're doing our Kingswear meetup. You know what I'm saying? The people you see here, Joel will be there, a bunch of other surprise guests. You know what I'm saying? We out here cooking, man, trying to bring y'all some good content. I mean, with some good people, man. Y'all got anything else before we bounce?
I'm good, man.
We've been talking about it in the chat. We'll probably start bringing back some of the huddle watch alongs that we did last year for some of the recruits. Recruiting is and what I like to call like the cloud scattered phase, where we don't really know their tight board right now. It's just kind of a bunch of recruits that they're visiting and seeing. So obviously the more they start focusing on a particular recruit, we want to get back to doing those on the channel, obviously, and just having some fun
since AJ, since Juggernaut.
Since somebody broke the goddamn thing.
Yeah,
y'all. They called me at work mid recording. They were recording the huddle watch along for Juggernaut.
Yeah,
and they call in which we talk every day, but we don't get phone calls. So I was like, oh shit, this is something. Because the phone calls be spicy. So it's like,
phone calls can't be traced. Man.
Who did what?
Those, like,
you got to check who's calling though. Because Ben's like big brother. Ben's very defensive. Like, so you like hit the chat. You be like, did y'all see this? He be like, who we riding on? You like, somebody committing, bro. So like, but when they called, they was like, we just hit pause on this. Like they were mid his highlights, and I think it was the screen that made y'all pause.
Yeah, wide receiver screen. Yeah. The wide receiver
Shout out to
screen.
Artavius Jones, by the way. He big friend of the show. That's one of our guys, and can't wait to see him out there. Is he early? He's not early, right?
He's not.
No,
he's coming
in
in
the summer.
Which means
2025. Man, I wish a lot of those guys were here early.
They don't let them. Some schools don't let them.
Some Booker,
STA doesn't let them.
The whole all four of the STA boys, and to get the corners in early would have helped. You know, OJ Frederick and Ryan Mack coming in early. That would have been huge for us. By the way, OJ Frederick's technique is crazy, y'all. Like, you know how they rave about Ryan Mack's technique? Throw on that OJ Frederick huddle.
I'm watching huddle.
He's so sound, bro. Like, even when it comes to tackling, it's almost like he does it just how they teach you. Chop your feet down. Bro, he is whoever coaches those DBs over there at STA is a monster. Receivers come off the line, foot fire and head movements. He falls for none of it. He's cool. He's calm. He stays in the pocket, uses his length, squeezes down to the sideline. It's all those like stereotypical things they teach DBs. You see all of that on his film. Like him
He's
and
impressive.
Ryan Mack, when
Long
it
as
comes
fuck,
to
too.
they got OJ listed at 6 foot. His arms, though, I'm like, there's no way. He got to be
his
6'1"
arms are like
closer.
freakishly long.
Crazy
6'5",
long.
6'6".
And he uses them. That press man, if you try to run a go or a fade on him, bam, not happening because he's going to use that length to squeeze you down to the sideline. He's very, very sound. I think people are seriously sleeping on him.
Yeah. They underrate him, but they always do. If as soon as he commits to the U, they stop looking at him to upgrade him. Man, you see what it is.
I think it's because he's a former receiver too. Rasta, correct me if I'm right. Right, he didn't really start playing DB till last year. He's a former, and he looks like a receiver.
DB. JoJo was a former DB. Yeah,
JoJo's special.
JoJo can still play DB.
JoJo, yeah. There's people till this day that'll have knockdown, drag out arguments with you and tell you that he would have been a better DB than a receiver, and he's special at receiver. But there's people.
OJ Frederic Rasta. Was he a former receiver? Did he just start playing corner?
I know he was a former receiver, but I think he really only started playing DB tough last year. He's a lot of. If you watch his tape from last year, it's a lot of receiver. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
what about
all accounts too? There's a couple dudes that are absolutely tearing it up so far in workouts. JoJo and Judd are breaking necks, not just turning heads. I'm talking about breaking necks. They talking about JoJo like he about to play one of the season.
He better. He fucking
like they talking about him like he is special.
Bro, people shit on him or like dismiss him just because he's not Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? Not JJ. But fam, we got you just skipped over JoJo's huddle then. You just disrespect.
It's so hard to compare to a man that's built like a goddamn transformer. JJ is a superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
You put DJ McCaffrey next to Cooper Kupp, yeah, I'm gonna go the big one.
Yeah, facts. JoJo could be a start. Hopefully earlier, Ross. He's an early enrollee. You know what I'm saying? He's an early enrollee.
I'm upset Chance ain't coming in early.
Yeah, Chance. Yeah. That one bothers me. Ryan
but
Mack,
Chance got a body that I don't think it'll hurt him. I think Chance will be able to hit the ground running.
I hope he gets some snaps.
No, he's a big kid. He's a big receiver. I don't think a lot of people realize that either.
The day he committed, a little behind the scenes real quick. The day he committed, we did our Canes. He did.
Oh, y'all met him and his pops.
Yeah, met him and his pops. Yeah, met him and his pops. Yeah, because
it was right after the spring game, right?
No, he grew up that day.
Yeah, last year.
At Canes. Yeah, he was at Canes that morning buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? We actually shook hands with him. It was like right off camera. Nobody saw him. So it was So Chance is a problem. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that wide receiver podcast that we do, that top 5 is gonna be.
That's gonna be a hard one.
That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be one of those.
Be mad when I show up at Shamar Kirk as wide receiver number 1.
Son, Shimmy deserves respect.
I think he'll have a good season this year.
6'2", 205 right now.
Oh, by the way, shout out to the Washington brothers. It's their birthday. Happy birthday to Robbie and Bobby.
Robbie and Bobby, yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Receiver Robbie,
birthday.
as we call them, Receiver Robbie and Backer Bobby. All right, guys, we're up out of here, man.
I didn't know where you were going with that when you started it.
What? Backer Bobby?
I saw Bobby, and I was like, "Where is he going with?"
No. Never
we have not discussed this nickname. No, where is he?
Backer Bobby, Receiver Robbie. That's how we.
Ben nicknames players, by the way.
I do all the time.
He nicknames players. Who'd you nickname real quick? Who'd you nickname live on the show? And they were like,
I hated it. Plaz hated it. Yeah. Plaz was like, Joe was like, Joe did the disappointment. Joe did the maraschino cherries reaction. I was like, because I had something in my mind, but I never wrote it down. And like at one point it made sense. But then I was like, I had an idea. And he's like, nah, I don't like that shit. He didn't say
it. Juggernaut. We got some good stuff.
Juggernaut came out. Shimmy came out. Joe Dishu.
Shimmy.
After that one, we decided that Joe is going to nickname players from now on with that plot shit.
I don't know. Juggernaut. Juggernaut cold,
Juggernaut's a good one.
Juggernaut.
is a-
I call him Juggernaut. I be forgetting his name sometimes. I be calling him Juggernaut
That's
now.
the only name I got. All right,
It's
man. We
kind
talking
of fitting
crazy.
too.
We up out of here, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. You heard
Like and
podcast.
subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Remember, we're everywhere you get your podcast, man. Leave us 5-star reviews out there. If you like how we cook, man, like how we do it. We up out of here. Peace.